We are up. We'll wait a sec to
Hello.
see, make sure it comes in, but if we are in, it is going. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow. I just realized that. I'm planning a
Uh-oh.
party tomorrow for like a social distance get together, and I'm realizing like, oh yeah, it's his birthday. I gotta,
It's his birthday party.
yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Hey, there we
Hi
are.
everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Pull up the old chat. Hello
All
everybody.
right.
All right, sorry about being late. I was having audio trouble like I always do, trying to figure out this stuff on our own. But we got it, and hopefully it's working. Hopefully it looks good. Let us know if anything sounds weird or if we drop out.
Hello to Hawaii. Wow.
Yeah, first off, where's everybody from? Where's everybody checking in from? Hawaii's awesome. I'm really jealous. Actually, today's the nicest day we've had in Indiana. I'm sure Cincy, it's nice today too.
It's gorgeous.
It's awesome. Florida, everybody, Florida. I'm jealous of you, Florida people. Did anybody happen to look up and see some astronauts fly overhead today? Cincy, Denver, New Jersey, Oklahoma,
Torrance.
North
Atlanta.
Central Virginia, my favorite part of Virginia. I think North Central Virginia is like the party sector of Virginia. Like that's what they call it. You guys know how to party?
Or Sanford.
Sweden? All right. Well, Sweden wins for distance.
Okay.
Or what's farther from Indiana, Sweden or Hawaii? Anyways.
Let's start with a Jeopardy question. Here's something I learned last night. What state has the most presidential libraries with 3?
I'll say Ohio.
Yeah. We got Ohio.
Pennsylvania.
We have Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. It was actually, Liz is saying Illinois.
Uh-oh.
Anybody else?
Is it going to be weird like Alaska or something?
No, it's just Texas because there are 2 Bushes, right?
Oh.
And so they each got their own presidential library. And then, oh no, is it Buchanan? Who is the third? There we go. We got some people doing Texas. Perfect. Okay, cool. That was the
Schaumburg.
icebreaker I had planned.
Somebody said Schaumburg. That is the state with the...
What was the answer?
Texas.
I'm sorry, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Texas with 3. There are only 15 presidential libraries, which is something I didn't know. Sean, you looked like you were shocked by that fact.
Well, let's see who had the first one.
President got the library.
You know, I'm sure there's not like a Quincy Adams presidential library. Who got the first one?
He liked books.
Yeah.
What's that?
Sean said he liked books.
I'm sure he liked
yeah.
books.
Oh yeah.
Where are all these books?
It was Eisenhower, but there are better things to be talking about right now. Okay. We got time. We got
Oddly,
time.
there are only 21 presidential dispensaries in the continental U.S.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And most of those are also in northern Virginia, northern West Virginia as well.
Cool. All right.
That's my icebreaker.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people. There's probably at least a few people who are like, you know, you should be talking about more important things. We're just saying hello at first, y'all. But yeah, we should be talking about what's going on in the world because it's really important, and we've all been very concerned and up all night thinking about it.
Yeah, that's honestly why we were late today, is because the band was Ben hadn't gotten on, been able to chat together about it, and so we were sharing our feelings and what we want to do, and it's complicated feelings, complicated emotions.
Wait, yeah,
Yeah.
so use your platforms and post about it. What? Literally using our platform and posting about it right now. Good Lord.
Yeah. It's it's been heavy in that it just, and I was tweeting about this earlier today, is that the news about what's been going on in the Minneapolis Police Department just keeps getting worse and worse. Um, the more I read and the more I find out about like the history of abuses of the officers who are involved um, in the killing. Um, it's it um, it's such a terrible thing to have happened in the first place, and then to find out that things like this have been going on for decades and nothing has been done about it is infuriating and sickening. You know.
Yeah, it's an injustice that should never have taken place in the first place, let alone historically.
Yeah.
And like even colloquially, like the Twin Cities police have kind of had a historical bad reputation for sort of just shooting first and asking questions later. And it's really hard to see that, and it's understandable why people are upset everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially in a city where we connect with so much, have connected with it for so long. Like, I that city has supported us from early on, and when nobody really knew who our band was, and we've always felt safe and happy there. And it sucks to be watching footage of such an unsafe place and people feeling unsafe. People we love and have been I want to say supporters of for a lot. We love your city. We'll never stop coming back to your city. It's a good city. But yeah, we have been talking about what we can do and how we can help, and I think that's really important because I personally don't feel as informed as I can be on any of these issues. I am always asking more questions and trying to learn, and I don't feel like I'm a spokesperson for anyone. I just want to support and help however I can. So that's what we've been talking about as a band here. How to help, how we can come together and help. So we're trying to figure that out. But I know, Eli, you mentioned an organization called Black Visions Collective. If you want to talk about that, who was
Sure.
who was highlighted by the Minnesota Freedom Fund, which I think is a great fund.
Right. So Minnesota Freedom Fund was the first one to come to my attention, and they're doing a lot of help with bail and making sure that that being incarcerated before your trial is not dependent upon your your having funds available to you. I didn't know this, but actually, I just learned that the United States and the Philippines are the only two countries in the world who have bail, who have like pre-trial incarceration based upon being able to pay bail. And so they're doing a lot of wonderful work, making sure people have their freedom until they can see trial. So from their website, I was directed to Black Visions Collective, who are also working in Minnesota for equality, and also Reclaim the Block is another good one. So if you're looking for places to donate, those are all good places to look up. Again, it's Minnesota Freedom Fund. It's Black Voices Collective, and I can put these all in the chat when I'm done talking. But
Black
I can.
Visions.
What's that?
Black Visions.
Black Visions. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can barely unitask, so I definitely can't multitask. And then Reclaim the Block. I'll put those all in the chat in a minute. But those would all be great places if you have money that you want to send their way. Also, in terms of like, I don't know what you guys have been not enjoying, but finding helpful on Instagram. But I always find Muna and particularly their singer, Katie, really informative and well thought out and researched. So they're posting wonderful materials, as is the Japanese House, who she's British and she's still like doing a really wonderful job collecting materials for all of us. So I would check out both of those places if you want to learn more.
Cool.
I'm seeing
Also,
lots of,
another shout out, especially if you're down in the southern states looking for somebody who's really well informed. Killer Mike, part of Run the Jewels, seems to be the person I always look towards in times like this. He's super well informed and gave a very a very powerful speech on television last night, and that really moved me. So please follow him. He's amazing.
yeah, I love what he was saying. You started to quote it. I can't remember if it was in our discussion or here on the live.
Yeah, I think
but-
in the discussion. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That now is not the time to like we will not burn down our house, but rather fortify our house so that it can be a refuge. I think that was
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. And it's troubling. It makes total sense. Like we were talking about on our call, like we're fired up. We know we're that anger comes up and you want to lash out in response, and so all those feelings are so understandable and they're so powerful, and it's vital that it seems vital that people can funnel that into positive movement, into positive organization, and affect change and non-violently. Um, I'm seeing a lot of comments like post donation links,
Yeah.
and it's yes, and it's each of these organizations are have their own ethos and their own personality and their own politics and their own goals, and so something I've learned as information and as just like the internet has become more and more part of our lives, is it's really important to like figure out for yourself where you want to put your personal resources, right? Or like especially money, something that you spend so much time and effort and heart earning for yourself, where you want to funnel that into, and take the time to educate yourself where that's going, and that it's valuable power that you're you don't want to just willy-nilly just give that off to something because it sounds good. You want to do your best to dig and understand as much as you can, build as much awareness as possible.
Yeah, and I think we, being the ones with the platform, owe it to you, owe it to everybody who will see the posts that we make to be as informed as we can. So, I don't want people to think that we're resting on our laurels or something. We're thinking about this and doing our research, and we will make the posts. We want to be as active as we can.
We're just trying to avoid the party charities. we're actively searching for the charities that like
Oh no. Oh, Sean's
blowing
connection's terrible.
Oh no. Now that's just not going to translate at all.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
What did you say, Shawnee?
Oh, I'm just saying that we're trying to search for charities that are putting their money in the right place and not blowing it on frivolous things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think as well, just as white people, we are we're here in this country, like we are we have there is an inherent privilege in being white here, and what I've learned is that I maybe will never fully understand how far that reaches, how pervasive that can be, and so for myself, as a white person in the USA, like just building my awareness is maybe the first thing, and seeking to understand, seeking to seeking to understand what is really going on, because it's easy to be in a bubble, and it's important to reach out outside of that, and build your awareness so that you can be of service.
Yeah. Is anybody who's watching right now in one of the major cities that's experiencing these protests right now? I just hope you're okay. Hope you're safe. Man, I don't know what to say next.
I'm reading another comment from Allison. We shouldn't be praised for doing the bare minimum, and the need to spread awareness and donate should come from our own genuine concern and not the attention it gives. And I totally agree with that.
I agree.
Also, I would say there's an expectation in 2020 for your energy to be funneled into the internet. I think I saw a tweet from Jim Carrey around Mother's Day where he's like, oops, I accidentally called my mother instead of posting on the internet on Mother's Day. And it's like, oh, right. Yes, the internet is an important platform. It's an important thing that connects all of us, and where your voice can be heard, and people can and should make use of that. And that's not necessarily the way every human being is going to function or do their most good. So everybody is processing this and is going to be making a change in their sphere, doing what they can in their own way. And I don't know what, there's so much emotion, so much information. It's like hard to process. So still figuring it out. We're all figuring it out.
And not just donations, calls are a big thing. I think they still move mountains. Calling obviously your representatives, local, state, federal, whoever you can, but also call your friends and family, call people affected by this, and just let them know how much you support them. Donations are great, but let's also connect with people if you can. Man, all right.
Right. And so if you don't know, there were protests that did turn violent in Cincinnati last night. We Alex and I have, my wife and I have decided that that if you're like us and you've decided that you cannot be present at these protests in these violent places, these potentially violent places, it's come to my attention that there are other ways that you can support, because these people in these protests need water, they need supplies, they need they need fuel to keep going. There are ways that you can support these people, that maybe you're worried about COVID-19, that you can stay distanced, but still contribute to them. So if you know something is going on, first of all, vet the event in a big way, because as I'm sure you've all heard, white supremacists have been planning protests, and I admit it's a mess out there. I know, but if you've vetted the situation and you decide this is a legit protest, and you want to contribute, maybe that's a way that you can do it. You can drop off a case of water if you can find it, a case of water, or food or whatever you can do. Just be involved.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. What's next?
I'm right now in my head, I'm thinking about all of our frontline first responders that are already dealing with a global pandemic, and now are there to protect and help heal the people who are involved in this nationwide protest that's going on, and I just hope they're okay. I'm really feeling for them.
Amelia is adding wear protective gear.
Yeah,
and that's absolutely right. AOC actually posted a great infographic of how to prep for your protest. So if you don't follow her on Instagram, I think she's just at AOC, but you can find some information there.
I think it's encouraging to see the pictures of so many people protesting with with protective gear on, like masks and gloves. It's just I just like that. I like that people are taking care of themselves, because there's no need to go in there and get each other sick.
Right. Man, the turn your cell phone off part is so dystopian. That you can be tracked once you're there or when you go somewhere afterwards. Just
leave your cell phone at home.
Yeah.
But you know what? Don't leave that cell phone at home, man. Film it.
You got to take it. You got to have it there.
It.
You got to have it off though.
You got to be able to call for help. You got to be able to stay organized and film everything. I mean, this is all because we finally filmed something, right? Like Will Smith's quote about like racism isn't getting worse, it's just being filmed. Like,
but yeah, don't film the people being protested, because then they can be tracked, or the protesters themselves, because then they can that
right. Don't get anyone's face.
Yeah, carry a face.
Oh no, we lost Sean again.
It's your entire face.
Yeah, I did see a post that if you're going to do something, if you're going to physically go somewhere to protest, to be careful about posting it on social media. Obviously, social media kind of runs this whole thing. It's where we stay informed about it and where we organize. But you've really got to be careful about your own safety too. Just be careful. Just be careful. Cover tattoos. Don't wear bright things. Yeah. I mean, we've learned a lot from watching Hong Kong protests, haven't we?
I saw that people are sharing recipes for tear gas remedies on Twitter. learned from personal experience. Pepper spray, milk. Kevin, I actually did a gig that
Oh my god. Oh no, Sean broke up again.
by
Oh, you
why?
you dinged out. So Sean and I did a gig a long time ago, and we got pepper sprayed. Not because we were protesting anything other than the right to party, I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember a cop walked up to we were on a porch, playing on a porch of like a frat house or something, and a cop walked up, no warning, just reached her hand in between the posts of the deck, and just unloaded a bunch of pepper spray on us and like the hundreds of people behind us.
Yeah.
And I was impressed with myself athletically because I grabbed my bass, unplugged my bass, grabbed my bass, and jumped off the balcony and ran.
And then I did the same with my drums.
Yeah. Man.
Did you get the effects of? Did you feel it? Did you get it in your eyes or anything?
Me barely. I closed my eyes and ran.
No, she actually had really good aim and only got our singer. Like it was like
unloaded on him.
Yeah. Poor
Wild.
Mark. And then yeah, we discovered it was dish soap and milk are like the two.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that are good against pepper spray.
Somebody says I went to jail once and traded a sports bra for a Nutty Buddy bar. We can all learn from
We've
these
all been there.
experiences.
We've all been there, yeah.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Be prepared. Wear plenty of bras to jail. To trade. Anyways, man. Heavy.
Meanwhile, the pandemic is happening, and we have a new Walk the Moon zine,
Mhm.
and we're raising some funds in exchange for a little workbook, some fun trivia, some fun mind exercises in the theme of our sophomore album. So if you're not aware or you haven't gotten one, go to store.walkthemoon.com. Is that right?
It is.
It's so short and simple. How did we do that?
It's great. And we put a lot of heart and soul into these little things, reminiscing of many moons ago, and infusing it with some Easter eggs related to the album and the creation of the songs, and just what we're sometimes what we're listening to right now and what we're experiencing now. So go check it out and share what you come up with.
Yeah. That's my big response.
Michaela did the whole zine in one day. Got through all of it. The whole thing. Single day. You gotta ration your zine. It's like we're in quarantine. You gotta ration the zine.
Ration the zine. It can be used as toilet paper. But
Please
don't
don't.
flush it. Don't flush it. Yeah, and we don't want to see that art. Please don't post that art.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Hashtag walk the moon TP zine.
Oh, the word search was tough. I'm glad. Like honestly, we got near the release date, and they asked me how many words were in there, and I tried to go back and find them all, and I still haven't found them all. So, so I'm curious who got the most. Who got the most in there?
Do you have a key? A key doesn't exist, does it?
A key doesn't exist.
Some words could be lost forever. You just don't know.
They could have left. Could have gotten tired of being there. Just ran away.
Yeah.
Well, like I see the word "same" in the middle of it, and I don't know
Same.
what it's connected to.
You just accidentally put same in there?
Did we put? Yeah. Is it a total accident? Is it connected to the record at all?
Do we have a lyric? Same. What
Well,
lyric?
our Venn diagrams are one certain. Nope, that's not. There's no word same in there.
No.
It's Sam.
It is Sam.
Sam.
There it is.
Sam. Sam E. By Sam E.
Uh-huh. I'm sure there's a rad lib or two in there, right? Should we do a gang rad lib?
Great.
Oh, hey, one note on what we were talking about earlier. Voting. We've got primaries coming up in a lot of places. I know Indiana primary is this week. Vote. All the more reason to vote. This is an election year. It's huge. If you're not registered and you're embarrassed the fact you're not registered because you don't know how to register, or you have questions, just ask the questions. It's not embarrassing. I didn't even understand voter registration until I was, 18, 19. So it's not embarrassing to not know what all that means. And if you need help finding your polling place or finding out if you're still registered in the right place, and just reach out. I'm glad to help. There's tons of places to help. There you go.
If you just type vote into Google, it'll come, it'll take you to all those resources.
Yeah.
And absentee voting is legit. Don't listen to what our president says.
Please.
Absentee voting is legit. We have all absentee voted.
Isn't that
'cause
weird?
We're touring. We tour all the time.
Isn't that weird
It
that
works.
there's this bullshit theory that that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Like what? I've been absentee voting for years.
Well, I raid all the mailboxes up
Yes,
and down the
that's right.
street
That's right.
whenever and just stuff them with
Yeah.
all the other, like it's a band challenge. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a high school band challenge. I'm just stuffing ballots into everyone's. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's bullshit. Absentee vote if it makes you feel safe. But just like Kevin said, vote.
Yeah, let's start there.
Before we move on, I want to give you guys a heads up that we are going to do. We are putting together a matching fund for what's going on in many Minnesota and around the country right now. We don't have all the details. Like Nick was saying, we really want to do our research and make sure we're aligned with where the money is going. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be a matching fund where you guys give money and we'll give money. We'll give the same amount of money. Like maybe you've heard in like public radio, NPR fund drives, that kind of thing. And so be looking for that hopefully in the next day or so. We'll be getting that together. So be on the lookout. And yes, we will post it to all our socials. You will know about it.
There will be no telethon.
Hey, maybe there will be.
And I feel like that's a super smooth transition into a rad lib, right? We'll educate ourselves, but make sure we'll educate ourselves on where the money is going. But don't take our word for it. Make sure you're doing the same on your end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to answer your questions, are you able to send some information and places to donate? Yes. Just put it in the comments of.
We would love to
Put it in
know.
the comments here or
Yeah.
on the last post that we make, and we'll see it.
Yeah.
Take it into consideration.
Also, I'm considering if anybody wants to donate a very large sum of money, you can come personally shave my mustache. Maybe I should put that up for auction.
Should we raffle that off?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a winning idea right there.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be wearing a face mask at the time?
The winner seems to be Mrs. Megan R. Is she?
She has
here?
already made the biggest donation. So, actually, she is. I'm putting her on blast. Sorry. She's the reason this still exists.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. She
Like
kind
he
of.
likes it.
The mustache caught her eye, and she was kind of like, I don't hate it.
$50. I got $50. Do I have $200?
I
have
see
$200.
$200.
I have $200. Do I have 3? Can I get
You are
$300?
responsible for your own airfare and lodgings.
I have $300 to the man in the beard. One of you. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to shave a stash. I have 1 penny. I have $201.
Where's my paddle?
Sold to the gentleman in the glasses and the beard and the shirt with sleeves.
Who's in a different state.
Oh man.
$400 for all 4. Now that's a deal.
Robbing a bank now.
I think this goes without saying. Please don't rob a bank. That's not what we're trying to encourage here. That's not what we're saying.
No.
Please don't go rob
Walk
a
the Moon
bank.
told me to rob a bank. Walk the Moon told me bank robbing was okay.
Don't you say that. Not with that verbiage.
Okay. You guys want to do one of these?
Speaking of verbiage.
Are we taking band suggestions or
I think we're doing chat suggestions.
Let's do
chat
let's do
suggestions? Okay, cool.
Chat it up.
Chat. I need a verb.
Now we wait for the endless delay.
Poop. Destroy. Swimming
I
is
love
a
that the
gerund.
first one was poop.
Anything with ing is a gerund, y'all. We need a verb.
Poop is a verb.
Poop is a verb.
Poop.
Poop
See
wins.
no reason not to poop.
Poop
I need a
first.
noun. Peoples, places, and things.
And
Spit,
ideas.
laugh, sing, gallop. Gallop's interesting. Poop again.
Poop was the first noun.
Poop is also a noun. Caterpillar. Turd.
I thought spit was the first noun.
Spit was the first noun.
That works.
Okay.
Also,
Monkey.
Nick.
Okay.
Nick.
I need another verb.
Matriculate.
What does matriculate mean?
Needs to graduate high school or college.
Okay, great. Matriculate.
Toilet. Can toilet be a verb?
I need another
To
noun.
toilet?
Like if you take a toilet, it's like a WWF
Yeah.
move. Take a toilet and just slam it over someone's head.
The act of thrusting a toilet upon someone is to toilet.
All right, I got a noun. I need an adjective.
Acoustic.
And turlet.
Lumpy.
Oh my
Furry.
god.
Is it gonna work?
No, there's an error in this zine.
Oh god,
Uh-oh.
it's my fault.
Oh no.
Wow.
Is it,
But
is it pretty bad?
we're good. It's you
Is
know
it-
what?
Is it a lyrical error?
It could be both an adjective or a noun. And in the use, it is a noun. But we are asking for an adjective, and therefore we will do an adjective. The first adjective I saw, which was lumpy. I need another. I need another adjective.
We got saucy here.
Adult.
Moist.
Lots of moist. Lots of moist.
People love moist.
I need a noun.
Cheese it.
Eli day job English teacher. True. True. Me and Ezra from Vampire Weekend. Teaching
Caterpillar.
buddies.
Pop Tart. That's
Pop Tart. I like Pop Tart.
Cheese it.
Okay, here we go. I need a verb. Saddle.
Whoa.
Verb?
To saddle.
Saddle. I mean, cheese it is also kind of a verb. To cheese it.
Heather, don't bring up the bidet. You don't
Yeah,
want
you
details.
can-
Don't
you
bring
can
up the
cheese
bidet,
something.
okay?
You can't bidet something.
Moonwalk.
Eating chicken in a basket or chicken in a biscuit. That's funny that's a it's a very specific verb.
I
Eating
don't
chicken
teach.
and a biscuit.
I don't teach it. I'm kidding.
That's more of a scene, or like a whole scene.
That's what we call a full verb, full-on verb.
Throw. I like throw or Google. That's fun.
I need another verb. We can do Google.
Eli,
Great.
how's the bidet working out? How's your butt?
You know what? My life changed the day I stopped wiping and started washing. Did it resonate with anybody?
It resonated too hard.
Rend, to wipe. Those are good verbs.
Whoa, rend. That's crazy.
Spank. A lot of wipes.
A lot of wipes.
Wipe it down.
As I don't
And-
appreciate this turlet humor.
Adjective. One last adjective.
Poof.
Amelia says those bottles they give you after birth are the best things ever, which is a gnarly thing to say. That is that is going
If
deep.
you know, you know.
Kevin, yeah. Okay,
Poopy is a good adjective. Make
Poopy.
full circle.
cool. Here we go. You guys ready?
Ready.
Presenting for the first time on live computer television, Radlibs by Walk the Moon and guests. And I will poop this spit. I will matriculate this sloth
Oh.
in the lumpy of night or in the adult Pop-Tart. That rhymed a little bit. Yeah, I'm a flushaholic and I rend, I spank. Yeah, one day I will wipe you fair and poopy.
Wait, can we go
Let's see that again.
Can we go back? There's a really interesting sentence in there.
But
That's actually a lot. And I will poop this spit. I will matriculate this sloth in the lumpy of night or in the adult Pop-Tart.
The adult Pop-Tart. I like that. What do you think is in an adult Pop-Tart?
Booze. It's all booze.
Yeah, it's like
right. Liqueur. It's like
Yeah.
a cherry liqueur.
Yeah, it's a brandy tart.
Boozy
peaches and
tart.
bourbon.
Mhm.
Copywritten adult Pop-Tarts. WTM 2020. We're opening a restaurant.
Uh-oh.
Can you sing it? I want to hear it.
And I will poop this spit. Yeah, I will matriculate this sloth. Oh yeah, in the lumpy of night or in the adult Pop-Tart. Yeah, I'm a flushaholic and I rend, I spank. Yeah, one day I will wipe you fair and poopy.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's
I'm
good.
putting it in the chat.
Pop
So
tart really thinks well.
it really worked well.
If you're asking questions about what we're doing, get with the picture. We got the Walk the Moon zine, Talking is Hard edition. Go get it. And it's all for donations to benefit first responders, healthcare workers, etc. Yes, the chat will get publishing credit.
Yeah.
Boy, it's
Everyone-
really good. It's really good, you guys.
Yeah, everyone, please sign the attached paperwork we're sending. It's a binding 25-page legal document.
In the lumpy of night, or in the adult Pop-Tart.
Mm.
Flushaholic. Wow.
I think it's time for a lyric change, an official retraction
Yeah,
of original lyrics.
call up the label.
Didn't we open for official retraction?
Yeah, that was like back when technical bands were like the thing.
Sadly, they didn't show up.
That was our moment. That was the moment we shone.
I rend, I spank resonates with me for some reason.
That's a good one too.
I don't think I've ever heard the word rend outside of like a troll tearing apart
or like
some sort of adventurer.
it's
Well, like rend fat, like cooking
render.
here, render. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever not had the on it. I think I've always rendered.
Yeah.
Those are two totally. Rend is to like tear
Are they-
apart.
Yeah, but they got to mean similar. I mean,
But render is
their root
What?
is the same, right?
yeah.
Not necessarily. That's folk etymology is what they call that. When smart people are like, that must be this way. You never know.
Unless we have any. Now I'm forgetting the field. What was Tolkien a professor of? He was. Someone please help me.
Wasn't he a history professor?
I
No.
have no idea.
No. He was a linguist. He was a linguist. Linguistics.
Makes sense. He invented a language.
Or two.
Yeah. He was,
Oh no, we lost Sean
he was
again.
history in a way because he I'm connected
You
to
sound
an
like
internet
R2D2.
connection.
You literally said,
You sound so insane. Oh man. Well, we almost made it to an hour.
If you
That's
don't
good.
count the 10 minutes late that we was. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Um, if anybody's interested, in this stuff, the Crew Dragon docks with the space station tomorrow at 11:30, I believe, or maybe that's when the hatch opens. I don't know. Check it out; it's pretty cool. Launch today went really well. We have Moon in our band name, so I feel like we have to keep people updated on Moon stuff.
It's important.
It's important. We will be the first band in space.
Guys, I do want to tell you something about quarantine. I made butter today.
Like churned it.
I churned butter.
Fantastic, man.
That's where I'm at.
Wow.
I had a pint of cream that was about to expire.
And
It's-
two mice fell into a bucket.
Please tell me you use like a French press.
No, man.
How did you churn butter?
Okay, so I didn't really churn it. I put it into my stand mixer and put that shit on medium high for like 10 minutes. And at the end of it, you have butter.
Wow.
And then you like squeeze the buttermilk
Oh.
out of it.
That's scary.
And this is what Rend and Spank was making me think about, because you're punishing that butter. You're punishing it. And now I've got homemade butter. And that is the level of quarantine that I have reached personally.
Wow.
I'm Amish now.
I was going to say, with the exception of this stream, you have completely abandoned all technology and electricity.
This is my weekly hour of electricity, yes. Besides the stand mixer. Michaela, I'll report back on the butter next week, okay? I haven't tried it yet.
Are you going to add anything to the butter? You're gonna
I
make
salted it.
You
I
salted it.
Yeah.
Maybe some dill or some.
You know what? I don't fuck
I
with
don't
dill. I don't fuck with dill.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with
mean,
dill.
I'm about to harvest my dill farm that I started
put
in
in your-
quarantine. Yeah. Do me like
Make it
that.
ranch with all that buttermilk.
What am I gonna do with the buttermilk? I've gotta
Ranch.
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 It's the only thing to do.
It's
the
a
only-
great idea.
Ranch
It's a
or
great idea.
biscuits, or biscuits with ranch.
Oh, biscuits, and then you put that butter on them biscuits.
Ranch butter.
There were okay. Okay. Biscuits are the path. You're right.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go make biscuits.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
What?
Guys, as we wrap up today, anybody that's like joined somewhere in the middle, we spent a while chatting about all that's been going on in Minneapolis and Minnesota and around the country. And it's so important you go and inform yourself. And thank you everyone for your comments. We really encourage you to make recommendations for us. We've been discussing like what we would like to do, and we mentioned we're going to be doing some sort of charity, some sort of donation matching, and we'll share the details of that when we figure it out exactly. But feel free to recommend some organizations. One that we have zeroed in on that we dig is Black Visions Collective, and there are a lot of other ones out there doing important work right now and spreading awareness. So thank you guys.
Right. And if Nick can be the cheerleader for awareness and educating yourself, I want to be the cheerleader for fucking staying loud, because in times like this, if you're silent, you're taking the side of the oppressor. And so find out what you believe in and say it loud and say it over and over again, or else nothing's going to change. And if you're like me, I believe that we need to make some fundamental changes about equality and the way we approach equality in this country. So get out there and say it.
And vote.
And vote.
Damn.
Kevin can be the cheerleader for voting, and Sean is the cheerleader for linguistics.
Sean is the cheerleader for internet connectivity.
Yeah, that is the hardest cheerleading job. Go linguistics.
Rah, rah, Sean. Okay.
All right.
y'all.
Much love.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Stay well. Look out for each other.
See ya. Good night,
Bye.
y'all.